This person who kept your photo in secret is about to reveal a truth you never expected to hear. Archangel Michael says, a veil is being lifted tonight, and what was once hidden is making its way to you. Somewhere in a drawer, a bag, or a tightly locked box, your photo has been kept all these years. Not just as a memory, but as a secret tied to a truth that is about to shake you to the core. The energy surrounding this moment is electric. You may have felt the shifts in your spirit lately, unseen tension, silent echoes, or unusual dreams. That wasn't your imagination, it was preparation. A confession is coming. And not just any confession, but one that involves someone who once looked into your eyes and saw everything, yet said nothing. They held your picture not just to cherish it, but to shield a truth that was not ready to be spoken. Now the air is trembling with urgency. That photo is trembling too, as if it knows its silence is about to break. A phone is about to ring, a message is about to drop, and the face you thought had forgotten you is now on their way to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You must understand, this isn't just about a memory, it's about destiny realigning. The person who kept your photo didn't just keep your image, they preserved your energy. They did so because they were told in silence, in spirit, that the time would come when the truth would be safe to deliver. The moment is now. You were never meant to stay in the dark forever. This is a divine orchestration that has taken years to mature. The person who held your photo once cried with it in their hands. Their tears stained its edge, as they whispered apologies they never had the courage to say aloud. They promised themselves they would speak one day, and that day is closer than you can imagine. Type Amen to get blessing 775. The silence was never out of hatred. It was born from shame, fear, and an overwhelming sense of loss. You see, this person once betrayed you, not in loud, public ways, but in quiet steps, in moments when they should have stood beside you. Archangel Michael says, the heart of this person has been battling torment. Every time they touched your photo, they felt a surge of guilt and longing. They've seen you move forward, but they've never truly forgiven themselves. You may think you've let go. But the truth about your connection to this person is still deeply embedded in your energy field. That's why they're being pushed by divine force to come forward, because your soul deserves this final truth. Type Amen to get blessing 998. They kept your photo during moments when their life fell apart. When they didn't know who to trust, it was your image they turned to for light. There is an energy in your presence that they've never been able to recreate with anyone else. You are unforgettable. You may not know this yet, but there is a spiritual contract between you and this individual. A thread of fate that was never cut, just paused. And now, it's reawakening. They tried to build a life without addressing what they did to you. But peace refused to follow them. Every victory they achieved felt hollow, and your face continued to reappear in dreams, in songs, in shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 411. They're about to speak about something that will both shock and heal you. This is not small. This is not simple. This is a layered revelation that carries weight. You may hear about how they lied to protect someone else. Or how they left to save you from becoming entangled in something dangerous. The truth isn't clean, but it's real. Your name was always protected in their mouth. Even if others spoke against you, they never allowed it. They were silent, but their silence was filled with protection. Type Amen to get blessing 556. There were nights when they clutched your photo and screamed into the air, asking for guidance, asking for forgiveness, wanting you to hear them across the distance. That kind of energy doesn't vanish. It lingers. And it's been circling you lately in whispers you can't explain, in feelings you couldn't place. Archangel Michael says, they will try to approach gently. But their heart is heavy and their emotions are unstable. You must prepare, not out of fear, but out of purpose. This meeting is written in your timeline for a reason. Type Amen to get blessing 144. They may tell you that someone close to them forbade them from talking to you, that a jealous force manipulated their emotions, that lies were told about you, and they believed them, only to later find out the bitter truth. But they never let go of the photo. They always kept it close. At times, they hid it under their pillow. Other times, they placed it in their vehicle, in places only they could find. That photo was their bridge to the past and a possible doorway to redemption. You are more powerful in their life than you ever imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 322. Every action they take from this moment forward is being watched by heaven. Every word they speak to you will carry weight on their soul. This is not just personal, it is spiritual justice. You will be shocked at who else knew the truth. Names will come out. Conversations will be revealed. And you will feel the weight of years lift off your shoulders. But this is not to reopen your wounds. It's to show you the full picture, so you can finally be free. They are not just bringing a confession. They are bringing documents. Evidence. Something you never saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 817. Your instincts will flare up as soon as you hear the knock or see their name appear on your screen. Don't panic. Let the divine orchestrate the scene. Let your heart remain calm and your spirit protected. They may cry. They may break down. They may beg. But what matters most is that you do not absorb their guilt. You only receive the truth that is meant to set you free. You may be offered something. A symbolic return. A token of apology. Or even something material that once belonged to you but was taken without your knowing. This is all coming back full circle. Type Amen to get blessing 663. Archangel Michael says, this moment is part of your healing timeline. Heaven has waited long enough for this energy to be released. Your ancestors have prayed for your name to be cleared, your truth to be heard, your path to be honored. This confession will not just shift your present. It will rewrite the past inside your spirit. Let it happen. Stay seated. Stay grounded. Do not react from old wounds. Let your higher self guide you. Because the truth coming is bigger than you thought. Type Amen to get blessing 404. This person has had opportunities to forget you, and they never did. Even when new people came, even when they traveled far, even when they tried to delete all reminders, they couldn't delete you. Because your presence is part of their soul story. The truth they are about to reveal will clear your name in places you didn't know you were being whispered about. You were judged. Misunderstood. Lied on. And now, it will all be reversed. Type Amen to get blessing 242. They will admit to protecting someone else's reputation at the cost of yours. That someone else influenced their silence. Someone you trusted too. This betrayal will sting, but it will also empower you. You will walk away from this not weaker, but wiser, richer in spirit, and more connected to your divine assignment. Because through all this, you never bowed to darkness. You kept rising, and that is why you're being rewarded now. Type Amen to get blessing 951. This person thought their silence was protection, but heaven saw it as delay. Still, grace is being extended, because this moment is not about revenge. It's about realignment. A karmic debt is being repaid. And you are being elevated. What you learn from this interaction will awaken spiritual gifts in you. Your voice, your discernment, your inner clarity, all of it is being sharpened now. The photo they kept wasn't just a memory. It was a mirror. Type Amen to get blessing 219. And that mirror is now being turned toward them. They will see who they've become. They will face what they did. And they will hand you the truth like a sacred scroll. Do not reject it. Even if it burns to hear. Because freedom doesn't always feel like peace, it often comes wrapped in pain, courage, and clarity. You are ready. Archangel Michael says, the truth cannot hide any longer. It is coming. And when it arrives, let it set you free. Type Amen to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They may tell you that they tried countless times to reach out but were stopped by fear. Fear of your reaction, fear of your silence, and fear that too much time had passed. But time does not erase truth, it only delays it, and now that delay is breaking. The confession will come slowly at first. They will test your energy, your response, your eyes. Then, like a dam bursting, they won't be able to hold it in any longer. The words will spill out. Words they rehearsed at night, whispered into their pillow, or wrote in a message and deleted. And when they finally speak, the world around you will grow still, because heaven is listening too. Type Amen to get blessing 678. They never stop thinking about you. Not for one day. Their relationships since then have been shadowed by guilt and comparison. Nothing felt as pure as what you gave. They kept your photo even when their current partner asked them to throw it away. They lied. Said it was gone. But it stayed tucked inside an old book, or in a wallet behind other memories, refusing to disappear. The divine had bound your image to their growth. That picture kept them humble. It reminded them of the one time they were loved without performance. Type Amen to get blessing 872. They will admit this wasn't just about them, it was about others too. About those who plotted your fall. Those who created false stories and dragged your name through emotional mud. You thought you were just forgotten. But the truth is, you were actively hidden. Someone didn't want your light to be seen. They knew your presence was a mirror to their own darkness. So they planted lies. They made this person believe things that were never true. But the photo they kept, it always whispered differently. It reminded them of the real you. Type Amen to get blessing 490. You are not just going to hear the truth, you're going to see it. There may be proof. Screenshots. Handwritten notes. Even recordings. Things that were once used to manipulate your image, now falling apart under divine fire. And as this person hands you everything, they will tremble. Not because they fear you, but because they know you deserved better. They will apologize. Maybe not perfectly. Maybe not in the words you expected. But the weight behind their voice will be undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 881. They might even say they still love you. Not for sympathy, but because they need to confess that the love never died, it just hid behind pain. You may not want to hear that. You may want to walk away. But listen to the full story before you decide. Because part of your healing is found in the hearing. Your heart doesn't need to reopen the door. It only needs to finally know why it was left closed. Type Amen to get blessing 734. The truth will heal you in places you didn't know were wounded. You will understand why certain relationships failed. Why certain blessings were delayed. Why the energy around you felt heavy, unsettled, and distorted for so long. This person's silence had spiritual consequences. But their coming forward now, under divine command, has the power to reset the path ahead. Heaven has waited long for this moment. And so has your soul. Archangel Michael says, this is not revenge. This is divine rebalancing. Type Amen to get blessing 550. You are being protected during this revelation. The angels stand beside you. Your ancestors surround you in strength. There is no fear in truth. Only release. They may ask for a second chance. They may say they've changed. But you don't owe them anything except the strength of your own healing. Let them speak. Let the truth rise from their mouth like fire. Let the secrets they held finally burn in the light of your power. Type Amen to get blessing 101. And as you listen, stay calm. Let your energy remain sealed in protection. Let your aura reject guilt and absorb only understanding. You are not who you were when they left. You are stronger now. Wiser. Brighter. More aligned with your divine purpose. The photo was the beginning. But your response will be the closing of the circle. You are about to witness what happens when divine timing meets exposed truth. And no darkness can withstand that kind of light. Type Amen to get blessing 808. They may say one last thing that breaks you. Not in pain, but in realization. You will hear that you were the one who saved them. Your love, your words, your presence. Even from afar, it kept them from self-destruction. You were never just a chapter. You were their turning point. And they're here now to honor that, even if it's too late to reclaim what once was. This isn't about getting back together. It's about your soul being acknowledged. Type Amen to get blessing 315. You will walk away with clarity. With closure. With power. Because this was never about revenge, it was about restoration. And what you'll feel when the truth lands in your hands is nothing short of freedom. A peace that will wash over your heart like waves after a storm. You are ready to hear it. Ready to hold it. Ready to release it. And from this moment, you will rise higher. Type Amen to get blessing 600. Every silent moment that used to haunt you will finally make sense. You'll sleep deeper. Smile fuller. Breathe easier. Because the story that was incomplete is now finished. The puzzle piece has returned. And your spirit is whole again. Archangel Michael says, stand tall. You have endured what many could not. And now, you are about to receive what only the chosen do. Truth that sets the soul free. Type Amen to get blessing 222. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The moment you hear the truth, something within you will shift forever. It won't just be an emotional reaction, it will be a spiritual unlocking. All the doors that were closed because of misunderstanding, betrayal, or silence will begin to open wide. You will feel a surge of divine energy flood your being. It will be like standing in a rainstorm after a long drought, every drop of truth washing away years of confusion. That's how powerful this moment is meant to be. And as they speak, their voice will break. Because they will see in your eyes the strength you found without them, the battles you faced alone, and the dignity with which you carried the weight of their silence. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They will say your name with trembling lips. As if they are holding something sacred. Because to them, you are sacred. They may tell you how every attempt to move on ended in failure because no one carried the light you once gave them. They tried to bury the photo, but the photo carried your energy, and your energy refused to be hidden. Heaven placed that image in their hands as a reminder. Not of what they lost, but of who they needed to become before facing you again. And now, the mirror of your truth stands before them. They must face it. Type Amen to get blessing 910. They may come with guilt wrapped in tears. Or they may come with a quiet resolve. Either way, it is not your burden to carry. You are not the same person who was hurt. You are the version of yourself who turned pain into power. And that is what they will see when they look into your eyes. This truth will ripple into other areas of your life. It will make sense of why certain people left. Why certain doors slammed shut. Why blessings were delayed but not denied. Because this was the missing key. Type Amen to get blessing 342. You will feel emotions you weren't ready for, rage, sadness, release, grace, all in one wave. Let them pass through you. Don't hold them in. This is sacred cleansing. You may recall moments where you doubted yourself, thinking perhaps you were the one to blame. But this truth will erase all that. You'll finally understand, you were never the villain. You were always the target of jealousy, manipulation, and hidden fear. Your soul was never too much. It was just too bright for those living in shadow. And now your light is being validated. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They may ask you what you want from them now. But you'll know in your heart that you don't need anything. Because truth was always the gift you were waiting for. That photo they kept? It was not just an image, it was a seed. A reminder of the beauty they failed to protect. And now that seed has grown into a forest within your soul. You don't need validation. You are the validation. Their confession isn't your completion, it's your confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 412. Even if they kneel before you, begging for another chance, you'll know that your power isn't in the answer you give, but in the peace you found without their presence. You were never broken. You were only buried. And now, the world will see you rise. Archangel Michael says, their words will carry weight, but your silence will carry power. You may not respond immediately, and that's okay. Sometimes silence is the most divine response. Because healing doesn't always speak, it radiates. Type Amen to get blessing 734. They will be stunned by your energy. You won't be angry. You won't be desperate. You'll be still, like a mountain that cannot be moved. And in that stillness, their own soul will tremble. Because they will finally realize what they lost wasn't just a person, it was a divine connection, one that cannot be replicated, only respected. Let them speak. Let them cry. Let them explain. But know in your spirit, this moment is for you, not for them. You are being elevated through truth. Type Amen to get blessing 861. And after this moment passes, something remarkable will happen. Your path will clear. Your blessings will accelerate. The energy that was once trapped by their lies will be released into your life as divine favor. Expect sudden blessings. Expect new doors. Expect spiritual promotions. Because you honored your truth. You didn't chase them. You didn't beg. You rose, and now heaven is answering that strength. Type Amen to get blessing 500. This is not just a chapter ending, it is a whole new book being written. A book where you are no longer the one left behind. You are the one leading forward, with divine clarity and unstoppable grace. And the one who held your photo in secret? They will walk away forever changed. Whether you choose to forgive, to rebuild, or to release, the power belongs to you now. You hold the pen. You write the next line. And heaven stands by, watching with pride. Type Amen to get blessing 222. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.